Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's Amanda with the Oracle of 12. And so we are going to do pick a portal reading. And so you can choose 1, 2, or 3. And I've already drawn the cards and I've already really kind of connected into which portal and what the story is for each portal. So the way that I'm positioning this in the Hall of Records to get the answers that we're looking for is, what are we eclipsing out of our life? What is it that we've been making space for over the last 6 months to bring in? So we are going to learn what we're letting go of, what is fully unanchoring, unhinging, and leaving. And it's making space for what? So the channeling that's going to come through for you is going to show us everything that you've been working towards. What has it all been about, and what are we making space to come in over the next 6 months? So this is really going to be an energy reading that can give you a glimpse of what to expect over the next 6 months, but also it's more kind of focused for the next 30 days. You're going to get a really good idea of where you're going if you haven't already, now and then through the next 30 days. Okay, so this is for portal number 1, and we are going to start with the Lemurian cards that I have here. So we had the first card out was this one, the Violet Flame. And so what has been working its way out of your life is is conditioning, and it is lineage. It is all of the things that you've been passing on through generations, and also things that are held in the second chakra. So miscreations, things that have been created in your life, stories, and it could be relationships, it could be cycles, belief systems, the things that no longer align to you, but that you have been really entrained with up until this point. They are all filtering out. So it's not just one thing. You're going to find many things, because the Violet Flame is about removing it from you at the cellular level. It is alchemy at its best, and it moves through the spiral of you through all time and all space, and it is completely nullifying all of those beliefs or whatever it may be that is keeping you from stepping forward into your highest light. And I'm getting the sense that there really is something here about being conditioned in childhood. It is being kind of groomed to be who you are today. And it's because those things are passed on through lineage, from generation to generation. So that's what you have been fighting against over the 6 months, is letting go of all that is unauthentic, anything that is not your true voice, anything that really is not the truth of how you see yourself to be. And your next card, again, more purple, is new blueprints. And so, as I was saying, right, you're clearing the space, you're clearing out all the debris, all of the lower, denser energy to make space for your new blueprint. And this is your divine homeostasis. It works to activate the DNA and the 12-strand DNA, and it is activating through all of your cells your God divine blueprint. So I'm thinking that you probably have been going through a lot of, I'm getting like physical sensations, light symptoms. Maybe you've been having joint pain, or they're showing me the waters of the body. So it could be like lymph stagnation or issues with lymph. It could be the spinal cerebral fluid. It could be that you're having trouble detoxing and removing everything because you've been moving so much. So it could be that maybe you've had like done liver detox. If you haven't, maybe you should, or like a lymph cleanse. You can do rebounders or dry brushing or do lymph massage. But it's really about moving the waters of the body. Maybe you've been having cycles that have been like your menstrual cycles. Maybe they haven't been kind of on time. Maybe they've been a little sporadic. Hot and cold. I'm getting hot and cold flashes. So maybe it kind of feels like even menopause or premenopause. But these lights, the lights that have light codes that have been filtering in are really just clearing you out. And they're showing me that it has been happening so that you can shine your light, right? And so maybe there's a part of you that feels that you haven't had the confidence to really be and do all the things that your heart desires. And maybe you're really moving towards that now. You've already decided or determined what really lights you up, what you have passion for, but there's still this little part of you that is holding back. And actually the stone I got for you is confidence, and it's in tiger eye, right? And the tiger eye stone is all about the solar plexus. So what is leaving is anything that has been robbing you of your of being in power. So anything that you've been felt disempowered around. It could be relationships. It could be how another person talks about you or makes you feel. It could be that you really have to say no to something so that you can step and break a pattern to really step into this new feeling of self-empowerment. But it's all about your authentic self, right? And so you also have the crystal, what do you have? Crystal Goddess 888, sorry. Goddess Freya and Amber, the Untamed. Okay, so Goddess Freya is awesome. And she doesn't, she doesn't mess around, right? So she has a lot of power. She commands a legion of angels that work with helping angels or helping souls leave the battleground. And when there are mass casualties, she comes in with army of angels and helps to take all of those souls to the light. And so, it's kind of given, like, maybe you've been having a lot of battles in your life. Maybe you've had to fight really hard to have the win of this confidence and have the ability to shine your light. You've had to choose yourself over and over and over again. And that's really battling to be able to be that untamed goddess, to shine all of those beautiful attributes that you have that you've been kind of holding back, right? And so your next card, I picked goddess cards for all three portals because the divine feminine is really coming in strong tonight as I've been setting up for this portal reading, and I've had to record this several times. And I think it's because so many of us, and whether you're female or masculine, you really have to be on the masculine side because it's about, creating all the action, going out there and making it happen, beating on the doors, doing all the things to really feel safe and secure, bringing in all of the income, and not taking no for an answer. It's instead of that masculine overdrive of going out and making it happen, you're being asked to step into your feminine aspect, which is the magnetic energy. It is your upper chakras. It is connecting into your divine intuition, into that sacred knowing and the divine waters, right? So it's that interplay of letting go of all that is old so that you can bring in new water, new encoded water that is encoded with the divine feminine and the divine masculine merged together. That is your homeostasis and your divine blueprint. So it's bringing in that, violet flame spiral and releasing those things so that you can be in more fullness of the true goddess that you are. And that's about choosing what you want to experience with the confidence and power of knowing that it is your divine birthright to experience anything that you choose to create. And so with that, you sit back and you magnetize through the feeling of having that love and gratitude and all the juicy feelings, right? So you want to breathe that in and just then think about that thing that you want to attract to you. And that's how you start creating. That's manifesting as the divine feminine, not going out and making it happen. Okay. And so the divine feminine card that you got is Persephone, which is absolutely perfect for this corridor of time that we're in, because she was a goddess that was a goddess of spring, and she was able to be on the surface for 6 months, and then she had to marry Hades and go into the underworld for the other 6 months. So this energy that we're in right now is all the interplay between the light and the dark, the masculine and the feminine, the up and the down, right? It's all of the polarities. And that is exactly what all of our chakras have, a polarity. So we have 12 chakras. So we really have 24 aspects, and they collapse. And each gateway is you reunite with all parts of you. And that's 12 gateways, which is the healing system that I channeled and work with. It's that integration where you bring everything back into fullness. You weave all parts of you back together. And that is opening and bringing in that divine blueprint through what? Your DNA spiral. So it's probably been a rough road for you, and it's been hard earned, but it is time for you to step out and do anything that you were planning on doing, anything that you desire to do, because it's really backed for you, and you have a ton of angelic support behind you. So call in your spirit guides, call on Goddess Persephone. You can use the crystal that we brought forward for you, which is what? Amber, right? Or tiger eye, and set a path. Choose your path and start working towards it, because now it's time to just let everything go that has been still holding on to you, still trying to feed off of your power and your light. Just say no. You know what it is, you know who it is, you know where it is, and it's time to walk away and focus on what it is that you're meant to be doing with all of that beautiful energy that you have to share. Okay, so that is what I have for portal number 1. So now we're going to move on to portal number 2. Okay, my darlings, number 2, those of you who decided to walk through portal number 2, let's get started with your reading. Okay, so you guys have been through the ringer, man. There are some amazing energies that are coming through from how much work you've put into this transformation, this beautiful transformation that you have been undergoing. Okay, so the cards that came in for you, number 1, we have the crumbling, which is basically akin to the tower. And it says, what are you clinging on to? The second card that you have as your main cards are no. No, wait, postpone, pause, or just say no. And then the last card that you have before your crystal and your goddess card is the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Look at this card. I want you to really focus on it. So in the reading that I did, which is going to be linked to this, and it's for the week, it's really for the next month, but the energies of what we're going through right now are extremely profound. But what you need to know is that my galactic team told me that yesterday marked, and actually it's today, the beginning of the Age of Light, the golden earth, or this new potential that we have co-created together. And what I'm seeing in your cards is that you actually have been instrumental in bringing in and anchoring this energy here on Earth. And it has not been easy on you. I mean, it's pretty obvious to see here, right? But there's still a part of you, because this particular reading is to show you what you've been moving through for the last 6 months. And I bet for you, it's been longer, but over the last 6 months, these are the things that you've been trying to take yourself out of, to move to unanchor from, because it's going to be eclipsed out of your life. And you are moving into the second book, right? So when I go to the Hall of Records, I get 2 books now. I get your karmic book, which is your book of life, and it's very much connected to all of those people that you have soul contracts with that are karmic in nature, that you've gone through all these lifetimes with, that you've experienced so much, and there's all this quantum entanglement, and it's so much that you have to collapse and heal and transmute and then integrate. And so then we have your book of creation, and this is a new book, and this book is red and it has gold lettering on it, and the leaves of the pages of it have gold leaf. It's gorgeous, and it's blank, and it's so that you can create the story of your life. No longer are you going to be held hostage creating a story for someone else. It's for you to step into your power and to do the things that you've been longing to do. This time that you're moving into is about living from your heart's desire and creating whatever it is that is within that desire, because your desire is leading you to fulfill your divine contract with God, which is the contract with yourself. It is the thing that's going to bring you the most joy, that is going to be fulfilling your passions, and is allowing you to receive your unlimited credit card from heaven. You've done all the work, and now it's time to reap the benefits and the rewards for all the work that you've done. So it appears that there is still someone that is still holding you in that old energy. And it could be something that is, I hate to say it, but it could be something like a test. It may be something that someone came in out of nowhere. You thought you were done with this whole learning this one story that you've been through many cycles over and over again. And then it came in a completely different way, and it's still the same story. So it's something that you really have to say, to take your power back from it and just say no. Just say no and step back from it. And then it is about remaining neutral in your emotions and not allowing anyone to suck you in, right? It is staying neutral and remembering that everybody has a right to experience their ascension path however they want, but it doesn't mean you have to participate in it. So whatever it is that you're still kind of holding on to, it's on its last legs. It is leaving, and the answer to whatever it is that you may be thinking about, if you had a yes or no question, the answer is no. So, only you know that. But it's interesting because do you see, and I just noticed that, I really didn't see it before, but there's it's a pyramid behind it, behind the lightning. So, lightning goes into the earth and then comes back up. So it's ozone, and it's coming in from this, it's the masculine, it's electric. So whatever this is, it's either that it's a masculine energy that you're asking a question about, and maybe it is a love relationship, because I'm kind of feeling it's something like that. Or a partnership. It could be a partnership that you're thinking about joining for business or anything else. But I would be mindful, because this is showing that that it's impacting your ability. See that pyramid there? Your ability to bring in the light. And when you bring your upper triangle and your lower triangle together, it creates your Merkaba. So your upper triangle is your upper 3 chakras. Your lower triangle is your lower 3 chakras. This is masculine, your lower 3 chakras, and feminine, upper 3. So what I'm seeing here is an interplay between light and dark, which is where we are again, right? It is, don't allow your lower 3 chakras, fear, insecurities, or being pulled back into your cycles and routines that you've been trained with, either through lineage or through programming in this lifetime. Don't allow that to lead. Lead with the light. Lead with your higher chakras. Lead with your intuition, your divine feminine, and know that you are going to receive all of the success that you want in the universe, because this is the token you got. And I love these little cards. I mean, these little stones. I draw them, and it leads me down the path of where I need to go with my clients. So you got success, and this is snow quartz. And this snowy quartz is connected to the crown chakra. And so your crown chakra is wisdom and illumination. And this particular ray clears, much like the violet ray does, but this works with the divine feminine because it comes from the diamond light, from the 11th chakra, 11th gateway. And it's purifying, and it's purifying the body for resurrection. So what you're doing right now is divine alchemy. You're getting rid of all of the everything that's keeping you held in those lower chakras, replacing it with the light and alchemizing all of the density. And so, you know, if you're feeling a little heavy right now, then I feel like you need a lot of water. I don't know, that just came out of nowhere. So drink a lot of water, electrolytes, grounding, make sure you're grounded, and really bring that diamond light, that white ray from the highest high, the most high, through you, through the bottom of your feet, anchoring it into the heart of earth. Bring that column of white light through. Allow it to bring out all the rest of that density, and just be united with your higher self. So you also have Goddess Shakti, which is pretty amazing. So, you know, see, she's touching her third eye. So third eye is connected to your solar plexus and your power. It's the counterpart that works together. And you have this goddess Rihanna and Amazonite, blah, blah. Also connected to the third eye and healing and prosperity. So again, success. Whatever it is that you're thinking about doing, use your third eye to feel it and project it into the unified grid, into the unified field, through the heart space connected to your third eye, of feeling it before it's there. Feel what you're going to feel like, and feeling that success. Breathe that in and get into that space, and then project your success into the field so that it is coming from a place of authenticity, because that is your new game. You are going to become, and are becoming, and have always been, your most beautiful and authentic goddess self. So this is where you're going. Keep firm, trained eye on the prize. It may be a little bit more rocky for the next 3 or 4 weeks, but it's going to slowly start unwinding through to February. And then you are going to just be amazing. And I'm super excited for you. Thank you for everything that you've done, and I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And we're going to move on to portal number 3. Hello. Okay, so you picked portal number 3. Okay, so first, I just want to say that the target that we're trying to hit here, and I'm connecting into the Hall of Records for anyone that is choosing portal 3. And through this particular gateway, we are looking to ask, what are we letting go of? And it may be whatever it is, has been something that you have been working with intensely over the last 6 months. And this is the final unanchoring of that, so that you can really integrate all of your divine masculine and feminine self and have that internal alchemical marriage of your whole self, right? To bring in all of that Christed light so that you can choose and really anchor into the right timeline for you. And for you, there's a lot of energy coming in, and I'm already I'm turning 3 shades of red already. And as I was tuning into this particular portal, I keep getting, it's like there is a lot happening here. So let's kind of unpack it for you. First of all, I just want to say, you should just breathe. Okay. First of all, your target is the new earth. This is where you're going. Okay. And there is something going on that is really been holding you, right? You got, I'm sorry. Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. Okay. And then you have Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. And then lastly, and you're the only one I drew another card for, because no matter what I would do, that fourth card and a little bit more information, it just kept wanting to come out with your particular portal. And we'll get to why, okay? It's all great. It's all good. It's all good. And you have Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. And I don't know if these are falcons, but when I was tapping into this energy, the falcon came in. So you also might want to look up the spirit meaning for falcon, because I feel like that's something that is definitely connected to you. So a new earth it's happening. Keep holding the vision. Okay. So this is kind of like, for me, what I'm getting is that you've been doing ascension for a long time, right? So kind of like you're in my boat. In 19, what am I getting? 2008, I started channeling all of this information. It's so funny because now it's finally all catching up. Here we are. And I feel like you've been working really hard to move through this process of release and renewal and finding the right place for you, and the right way to give back to humanity, the right way to be the best version of you. And you've had to remake yourself many times, probably in your life, but definitely over the last, it feels like 15 years, there's been a lot of ups and downs. And it feels that you've been holding a lot of kind of push and pull with who and what it is that you want to be, or how you want to present yourself, how you want to come out into the world as this next archetype of who you are. And it feels like no matter how hard you try, something keeps pulling you back. Something keeps like tugging at your heartstrings, tugging at your money, or something that is maybe some really deeply entrained belief system that keeps getting triggered. And then you get pulled back into this, into an old story. So it could be that whatever it is, or is finally starting to recede, leave your life. It's finally unhinging, because I also get that Archangel Michael and solar logos very much connected to like all of the solar angels and the golden robes, and through the central sun, that really masculine energy of refined power, the divine masculine, the father aspect of Father, Mother, God, is coming in and leveling the playing field. And you are being upheld and supported and loved and appreciated for all the effort and work that you've put into propelling yourself forward in this game of life, this life school. And it's been, you've had to learn some very hard lessons, is what I'm getting. And and I'm feeling for you. I really am. I'm feeling you. And I just want to say, that, I don't know, it makes me want to really get teary here. Okay, so I'm going to come back to that. So this next card is your crystal card, and it is the Crystal Master number 333. So this particular set in this crystal card is about mastery. And so all of that you've gone through is like a diamond under pressure. It creates this masterpiece. And to become a master, you have to go through the hardest of hard earth lessons, and just like Jesus, right? And meaningful sacrifice is sometimes you think the thing that you most want and you're so upset that you didn't get, it's like, what is that? Rejection is your protection. It would lead you away from the thing that you don't even know about yet, this plan that God has for you, or that you've created for yourself in tandem with God, the divine spirit, whatever universe, whatever word you use for source, before you went through the veil of non-remembrance, and you just don't know, there's something coming that is so much better than that thing that you're trying to hold on to. There's something so much better than the thing that you're afraid to let go of. It's the last piece for you. And I think what I'm feeling is that you're being asked to know, number one, that you're fully supported and that you are connected to the Christ family, the Christ consciousness family, through, through that lineage, and that everything is going to work out better than you could possibly imagine. The other goddess that you have that's working with you is Artemis. And Artemis is amazing. I love Artemis. And so her key here is focus. And so, it's like, keep your eye on the prize. And the prize for you, remember, is a new earth, co-creating this new space, this new beautiful experience that you're going to have. And so your focus is on forward movement. It's on regaining your trust in the process, trust in yourself, trust that God has your back, trust that you can call on the angels, you can call on your spirit team, and that you're going to have the support that you need. Trust that no matter what you think, it's all happening, and you're moving through this alchemical process. You're dropping all of the density, and you are reuniting with all versions of you, and that you are loved unconditionally and so much more than you can ever possibly imagine. And I don't know if you've ever shot a bow, but when you do, it's like taking a picture. When you pull it all the way back, what you need to do, you have to surrender, and you have to have that out breath and move into stillness before you release. So for you, what I'm getting is you're getting ready to create something amazing, so amazing that you don't even know it yet. It's going to be the most brilliant surprise. There's so much magic surrounding you that's coming for you, that's embedded in all of this. And it's so beautiful and amazing. So that's the part that makes me want to cry. And you're going to be so happy. And you're never going to even think again about this I'm sorry part. You're going to be like, what was I even holding on? I can't believe that this is what I get, right? It's so amazing. So focus on that, and remember that you're pulling it back, and now it's time to just surrender. You've taken your mark, you've taken your aim. You just got to let it go, and it's going to go where it goes, and it's going to hit the mark. You have to have the trust. And so the tokens I got for you, and again, I got two. I tried not to just get one like everybody else, but you needed two. So and Artemis is also about protection. And so you have correct. So if you were asking a question that was a yes or no, it's a yes. but it's with protection, right? And groundedness, because it's a black stone, it's onyx. So you are grounding it in, whatever that is. The other one is red, and it's energy. Red, like me heating up. But it's also about passion. It's this new passionate start. So follow your passion and stay in your passion, but stay in a place of calmness, right? Remember the releasing the bow. Be in that place of calmness with your passion, and it's going to start coming together in the most beautiful way. I hope that makes sense. It was really challenging to get portal 3 through that gateway and helping you to see all of the beauty that's coming. So I hope that that was well received, and I have absolute love for everyone. Thank you for joining me, and I will speak with you again soon. Until next time, I'll look for the button to turn this off.